and we're live on YouTube. If you haven't, please click subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and leave a comment in the comment section below. First of all, we'd like to say thank you very much for all the people who watched our videos and subscribed. We had an increase of 8,000 subscribers in the last 3 days, which is amazing, mind-blowing. And the number of viewers for our last video, Fragile, was over 500,000, which again is mind-blowing. This is not my full-time job. I've got another full-time job. Jason keeps up with the comments, and so he sent some of the comments to me. So I learned a lot by reading your comments. And first, I'd like to start off by saying thank you again to everyone. And we're live now, so you can leave a comment right now, and we'll try to respond to you on the live stream.
And today we are going to do some corrections.
Yeah, we're going to do some corrections. I was talking about all the comments that we received. We received thousands of comments, and they were very helpful in understanding the meaning of the video for me, because I'm not Chinese, and also I don't read the Chinese news, so some of the meanings were a little subtle for me, hard to grasp. So I would like to say thank you to everyone that took the time to explain the video in depth in English for me in the comment section.
And all the likes.
Yeah, and thank you for all the likes too. So I printed out the comments. I'm old school like that. The comments that helped explain the meanings of the video. One of the comments said that fragile is a metaphor for Chinese netizens who have a heart like glass, or like I said last time, a fragile ego. I kind of got that from the meaning last time. Okay, so I'm going to play through the video again and tell you what I've learned about the meaning of the words in the song. Here we go.
说的话你从来都不想听，却又滔滔不绝。
You're a bad listener, but retaliate on each one there is. So they're talking about the netizens and possibly the Chinese government that retaliate on each perceived slight that they see on the internet. I wonder how I've offended you. You assume the world is your enemy. Again, they're talking about the little pinks, or the Chinese netizens who take very small comments as insults against China. I'd like to say hi to Terry Chen and Henry Chan. Thank you for watching. Okay, and also you assume that the world is your enemy. This means that the Chinese government and the netizens believe that the entire world is being malicious to them. You claim that I belong to you. This is referring to claiming sovereignty not only over Taiwan, but Hong Kong, Xinjiang province, Tibet, and the South Sea, which they claim in its entirety almost, the South China Sea. Okay, never let go any part. Give me an explanation. So again, this is talking about the Chinese believing that they have sovereignty over many territories that they actually do not have sovereignty over, including many places in the South China Sea. urged me to confess to the world our inseparable relationship. And I think this is talking more about the relationship between Hong Kong and China and Taiwan and China. It's the false narrative that the Chinese government is pushing that Chinese people around the world belong to the Chinese government. And if that was true, there are many other countries that China would try to make a claim in, including there are Chinese in Singapore, there are Chinese in many different countries around the world. So this is a false narrative. Okay, Karina Lee said hi. I'd like to say hi to Karina. Thank you for watching Jason Adam TV on YouTube. And take care of your heart of glass, again, is referring to the fragile hearts or egos of the Chinese netizens and the Chinese government. Pardon me for hurting you of your feelings. So they are kind of tongue-in-cheek asking for forgiveness for hurting the fragile hearts of the Chinese netizens and the Chinese government. I hear a sound. So they're talking about the fragile hearts of the netizens breaking into pieces. So they said, I hear the sound of your heart breaking into 1,000 pieces, talking to the Chinese government and Chinese netizens. Mamoru Kwamoto, I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. Thank you for watching Jason Adam TV. The truth does always hurt you badly. Again, they're referring to the Chinese netizens and the Chinese government becoming easily offended when their false narrative is challenged in the media or by other netizens online. Perhaps I shouldn't be blunt. I'm so sorry. So blunt means straightforward in your speaking, not holding back, and being truthful with what you say. So again, they're apologizing for telling the truth and hurting the fragile egos or hearts of the Chinese government and netizens. Don't be angry, little Pinky. In this case, little Pinky refers to the ultranationalists or the Chinese netizens who back up the false narrative or propaganda pushed by the Chinese government. You have shown pinkish heart with purity, talking about the loyalty of the little pinks to the Chinese government propaganda. Desiring for dogs, cats, bats, and civets. This refers to the proclivity of some Chinese people for eating wild game, which is dangerous, especially if it's not handled and cooked properly. And it has been implicated in the 2003 spread of SARS and also in the 2019 spread of COVID-19. It's illegal to breach the firewall. You'll be missed if Pooh discovers it. So this is talking about the fact that Xi Jinping's famous saying, "We miss them," quote unquote. So this is talking about, it's ironic that people who violate the Communist Party's rhetoric will be missed. So this is a statement from Xi Jinping, which is ironic because the Communist Party is not really going to miss these people at all. And of course, many of these people have disappeared, people who have angered the Communist Party. Okay, you've been really strong with a single shoulder throughout 10 miles. Now this is one that I didn't get the first time I watched the video, but our commentators were really helpful. They are saying that it talks about Xi Jinping describing an amazing, supposedly amazing feat that he accomplished. He supposedly carried 200 caddies of wheat 10 miles across mountain roads without changing shoulders. So he carried the wheat on one shoulder supposedly for 10 miles, a very heavy amount of wheat.
How do you think about that?
I don't really believe it because, you know, dictators have a tendency to inflate their persona, you know, make themselves out to be heroes. Kim Jong-il claimed that he hit 11 holes in one round of golf, and Kim Jong-un claimed that he could drive a car at the age of 3. So this is par for the course, or common for you know, authoritarian leaders to make up false statements about their supernatural abilities or supposed supernatural abilities in order to make them look stronger to their citizens. Okay, thank you everyone watching and commenting on YouTube. Thank you very much. Carrying cotton and collecting his favorite honey. Common prosperity. So this is making a play on Xi Jinping's nickname, which is Winnie the Pooh. That's one of his nicknames. And Winnie the Pooh has a love of honey. Cotton refers to the use of slave labor in Xinjiang to collect cotton. And China, also common prosperity refers to China confiscating property of richer people, supposedly in order to make everyone more equal, when in actuality, well, we'll find out later in the song. Worked hard to combat poverty in the Re-Leak farm. Okay, so again, this is talking about Xi Jinping's idea of common prosperity, which is a misnomer, by the way, a wrong name. So it's talking about the Re-Leak farms refer to leeks. Leeks, the top of the leek plant is harvested, but the root keeps growing new top parts. So they're comparing to the slaves who are alive, but in reality they have no life because they are forced to work for little to no reimbursement. So the leeks are an allegory for the slave labor that is used in China. 1,000 is certainly beyond expectation. And this is something else I learned from the comments on our previous video. And this refers to the Chinese Premier Li Chin. I'm probably mispronouncing that, but he states that 600 million people, or about 43% of the claimed population of China, still earn less than 1,000 RMB per month, which is a pittance. It's about $156 per month. So this is Xi Jinping's common prosperity in reality, and that is people. Very significant proportion of the population is still making below poverty wages in China. Pardon me for offending, hurt you of your feelings, or hurt your feelings. Oh, I hear a sound. Fragile self-esteem has broken into pieces, again referring to the fragile egos of the little pinks, or the online army of Chinese netizens who propagate and defend Chinese communist propaganda on the internet. Don't be angry, little pinky. Censor all sensitive terms. Again, is going back to the Great Firewall in China and them trying to control online speech. Otherwise, send for re-education and farming hammy melons. It refers to, again, to this Xinjiang's forced re-education camps or concentration camps, and the slave labor connected to those. Okay, I learned this through the comments also. Swallow the apple most likely refers to the closing of Apple Daily, the newspaper in Hong Kong, which happened recently, maybe a month or two ago, a couple of months ago, I think. And I did see this in the news, but I didn't connect the two. I didn't connect the closing of Apple Daily to the song. So basically the Chinese government, through their puppet government in Hong Kong, had Apple Daily shut down in Hong Kong. And it was kind of a freewheeling newspaper that printed things that angered the Communist Party in China. You say NMSL to me when you're angry. And so this is a pinyin initials. These are pinyin initials for your mother is dead, which is a serious insult commonly used by little pinks. Or
say that in Chinese.
你是
你妈死了.
你妈死了. Thank you, Jason, for the Chinese pronunciation. So we really don't have an equivalent saying in English, I don't think. It's kind of like MFer. I'll let you fill in the blanks. But that would probably be the most the closest translation in English. Okay, so again, they're talking about the little pinks have such a fragile ego, fragile heart, but they don't hesitate to offend other people deeply.
Jim Lin say, I thought it NMSL means no more sex life.
Well, it might, if you're a little pink and you have a Taiwanese spouse, then it might mean no more sex life if you say that to, Taiwanese people online or Hong Kong people. Stop stealing from the world. You want me to bow? I can't do that. So is stop stealing from the world is talking about the Chinese government intentionally taking advantage of infringing on intellectual property on a national basis. And so this has been proven time and time again. You can search news outside of China on this issue of the Chinese government sponsoring hackers who steal IP or intellectual property. You want me to bow? I can't do that. Is, of course, talking about the Chinese government trying to force the hand of people in Taiwan and Hong Kong and in countries in the South China Sea regarding their territorial sovereignty. Talking to you is like casting pearls before pandas. So again, I think casting, I don't see this in the comments, but I think casting pearls before pandas is talking about,
It's useless.
yeah, is a useless endeavor to try to reason with you because you won't listen. You are indeed astonishing and unbelievable. I think those words speak for themselves. Pardon me for offending, hurt you of your feelings. I hear a sound, fragile self-esteem has broken into pieces. Again, reiterating that the little pinks have a fragile heart. Okay, I'm sorry, Little Pinky. Yeah, I love this song, and I think it's genius. The way that they made it sound like a love song, and is in fact a damning indictment of the Communist Party and also the apologists for the Communist Party online.
All right, I think it's an open hour for exchanging our opinion to each other since we reached 25,000 subscribers, right?
Okay.
So we can just talk to them with the free time now.
Okay, I did want to mention one thing else. One of the commenters said, talked about China trying to gain influence in Africa by throwing tremendous amounts of money at Africa, which most of which was corrupt. And they mentioned another nickname for Xi Jinping, which is Xi Baozi. And I looked this up online, and this is actually a nickname for President Xi, and evidently he doesn't like it because one person in China was sentenced to 22 months in prison for using the nickname Xi Baozi online. So I thought that was interesting.
From the perspective of being an American, so what do you think about China and Taiwan?
Oh, a lot. I watched the Tiananmen Square massacre, parts of it on TV in 1989 when I was a high school student, and that has really helped shape my view of China. I think the Chinese people as a whole are intelligent and brave and hardworking, and I would love to see their government replaced with a more fair and democratic system. I would die a happy man if that could happen. I'd really love to see that.
All right, you can read some commentary, comments on the comment box.
Okay, well, there's a lot.
Right.
A lot of them are in Chinese.
All right, let me read it to you. Flying Zorro say, congratulations. You found a niche in your broadcast by taking the effort in learning and explaining the nuances in the MV to spread it to the world, the English-speaking world, which is much needed.
Thank you.
Do you feel like doing so?
Yes, of
in the
course.
future?
I actually, before this video, I made several videos commenting on China and the relationship between China and Taiwan, and I often post news stories concerning China and Taiwan to my friends back in the U.S. So yeah, I really want to, make this more well known, the relationship, because I think education is key in preventing a war in the South China Sea.
Danny Koo say that great job explaining the lyrics in English quite accurately. Hope more Native Americans enjoy the song too.
Thank you, Danny. I had some help from my partner Jason here, and also commenters on YouTube. They really helped me in understanding the song. But thank you for your comment.
All right. Henry Chen said that I don't think that that song is talking about all of the Chinese peoples, only for the little pinky. Rachel.
Right, and I tried to keep that separate. I don't believe that all Chinese people, agree with the little pinkies in the Communist Party. I don't even think a majority of them do. And so it's important to make that distinction, make a distinction between the Chinese people and the Chinese government, or China's government.
You mentioned about that there's a report saying that a lot of Taiwanese is actually actually prefer Chinese people to the government.
Right. I think I saw that originally in TaiwanNews.com, the English news in Taiwan website, and also I saw it on Newsweek, an American news magazine. And so a recent poll, I wish I had the numbers at my fingertips, but I don't. But a recent poll showed that the vast majority of Taiwanese people had a favorable opinion of Chinese citizens. However, the Taiwanese citizens' opinion of the Chinese government is at an all-time low. So this means that the Taiwanese people are not lumping the Chinese citizens in with the Chinese government. They realize that the Chinese citizens are victims as well.
All right, just open questions. Okay, talk to them if they have any questions to answer.
All right, let me scroll down to the most recent comments.
I think they are just talking to each other, so we just encourage it. We can encourage them to offer more questions, or if not, we are going to replay the song.
Okay, so if you have any comments or questions for me during the live stream, please leave them now. And I'm going to play through the song one more time without comment so you can listen to it.
Yeah, while leaving your comment while we play the song.
Okay, so while I'm playing the song, you can leave your comments. So I'm going to play through one more time. Should I go from the beginning or from...
Yeah, I think we can play twice. Okay, the first version is the one you have heard and listened. The second version is me playing, the guitar.
Okay. All right, so we're going to play through two versions of the song. One version is with Jason, my partner, accompanying, playing guitar. So if you have any comments...
Also, there's an explanation to be made. A lot of people claim that we should watch the original one or song, but due to the copyright reason, we needed to make our own video.
That's an issue. Due to copyright reasons, we can't show the original version on this video, and we apologize for that. Susan Sue asked if I can read Mandarin. Unfortunately, not much. I can read some common characters in Mandarin, but not much. Okay, thank you for your comments, by the way. All right, we're going to play through one more time, or two more times, and then while we're playing, you can leave comments and we'll try to get back to you.
说的话你从来都不想听，却又滔滔不绝出成反击。不明白到底入了你脑里，总觉得世界与你为敌。
你说我
属于你，
别逃避，
快回家，
一点都不能想多让你
不讲道理，
你让我
去说明。
不管任何的关系，还要呵护着你易碎玻璃。对不起，伤害了你，伤了你的感情。我体内有个生命，是玻璃心碎一地。对不起，是我太任性，这么总让人伤心。我是不该一直把你唱着扮演所说的你入了你的眼睛。
Let me turn it down a little bit.
你拥有粉红色纯洁的心，跟小狗、小猫、蝙蝠、骨子里。要听话，别再攀岩爬墙壁，爷爷知道了又要怀念你。你说你
很努力，
不关键，那种变化才是太爱了懂你。
风风不
为了你，
要作弊，
每层高就在原地，说个擦屁个零以前总可惜。对不起，伤害了你，伤了你的感情。我体内有个声音，是玻璃心碎一地。其实我太任性，更怕总让人伤心。或许不该对着把你唱着扮演所说的，又让你再清
说的
醒。
话带笑意，送进去，放在高温处的平地，要巧才能成。要我的满意，拜托你再给我点点心，低下去做我，说话像什么孩子，听到了想要的东西，
为了你，伤了你的感情。我听见有个声音，是玻璃心碎一地。对不起，是我太任性，装话总让人伤心。或许不该看着白，看着白又酸酸的，又让你再起飞。
Okay, I would like to say thank you for all the comments. I see a lot of comments saying the sound is too loud. So I tried to turn it down a little bit. So
it doesn't help. You have to do it from the beginning. That's okay. Next time we will fix it.
all right, so we'll try to fix the sound level from the beginning for the new one. As I say, we're amateurs, that we don't do this for a
Can
living.
you scroll down and read the English message?
Okay, Gogun KT said hello to all. Old Lee said laugh out loud. There are a bunch of Chinese comments that I can't really read, so I apologize for that. Da L said thank you. Bubblefish17 said, Namewee, I love you. So if Namewee is watching this, you can hook up. AWKJ said, genius lyrics. I agree. Marvin Liao said, I love this song. And someone with a Chinese name said, and the panda means the Chinese government. Yeah, I get that the panda means the Chinese government. Okay. Someone says, stand with Taiwan. Prayers to Hong Kong, save the Uyghurs. And I agree with that sentiment completely. Casey Tan said, I hear sound glass crack. So, echoing the sentiments of the song. Janglao Gupiak said, "Isn't Tsai Ing-wen a mini dictator herself, considering that she has banned all pro-reunification media outlets in Taiwan? Or at least she isn't as noble as she is often portrayed." I am not aware. I know that there was one media outlet that was being funded by a branch of the Chinese government that was forced to shut in Taiwan, but I'm not aware of there being a widespread crackdown.
Mika donates us $150, Santi.
Wow, thank you, Mika. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. So, getting back to the President Tsai of Taiwan, the difference between her and Xi is that she cannot have people disappear, and the media in Taiwan is pretty freewheeling. Some would complain they're a little too unchecked in Taiwan, the media here. But I think it's a sign of a robust democracy that the media is not held in check by the government here.
Coco says that thank you from a Hong Konger. Must fight against CCP Nazi's government.
Nazi government.
Yeah, Nazi. That's right.
Thank you.
What they are doing to Hong Kong now.
Thank you, Coco.
Do you have anything to tell or talk to Hong Kong to support them?
Oh, wow. You know, Hong Kong is in a different situation than a lot of other countries because they weren't allowed to have firearms or, major weapons from the beginning, so they can't really fight back. But there are other methods and other ways to fight back, and I would encourage them to continue on in the just fight against the corruption and the propaganda and the dictatorship of the Chinese Communist government. So yes, I support you, and I hope for the best for Hong Kong in the future. And I try to shine a spotlight as often as possible on what's going on in Hong Kong and the loss of freedoms there. Okay. So someone else pointed out, Bubblefish17 said hello from New Zealand. Hello to you. And Art Center 1 said hi. Panda Kins asked, why is it so loud? And that's a sound issue that we'll try to fix with the next video. Sorry about that. Panda Kins asked, where are we listening to it from? Or maybe he's asking everyone. Jason and I are in Taiwan right now, and that's where we've been living for the past 20 years.
You can tell them who we are.
Yeah, Jason and I are actually a couple. We actually married in the U.S. in 2015 when it became legal for same-sex couples to get married in America.
We've been together for 20 years.
Right. We met actually in 2001 when we were in graduate school in America, and we've been together ever since.
So who is the guy playing guitar in the video?
The guy playing the guitar is you. You played the background guitar.
Very lousy one.
For the song. No,
I
I thought it was
for doing the accompanying because it was my first time accompanying it. Sorry for my lousy playing.
No, I thought it was good. In fact, there's a picture of Jason there playing the background guitar for the video right next to my head here. So I thought he did a great job. I might be biased, but yeah, I thought he did really well. Okay, let's see. Are there any new comments here? No?
Bluefish say that traveled to Taiwan in 2019, missing going there again.
Okay, we'd like to have you back, Bubblefish17. I know Taiwan has very strict border controls right now for COVID-19, and they have mentioned loosening them next month. I don't know if they're going to or not, but it's possible they might loosen border restrictions next month in Taiwan. Hopefully they will. I'm going to get my second vaccine
Yeah, and
next week. So
leave your message. Okay.
they're close. They have about 60% with their first vaccination now.
Please leave your commentary or opinions
Yeah.
while we play the music. Also, thank you again for your donation.
Art Center 1 said, happy for you guys. Thank you very much. It's, it's these days it's hard to hear of many couples being together for over 20 years.
Now you know how old we are, right?
Yeah. We are middle-aged, of course.
We met each other. You want to talk about us? Okay, we met each other in America.
Thank you, Ching Wong. He said, I'm not sure if it's a boy or a girl, said, wow, over 20 years, congrats. Thank you very much. Yeah, we met when we were both in graduate school in America, and I actually found him on an online gay dating site, which they actually had those back in 2001.
It was a big coincidence because we didn't know we were going to be classmates.
No, it wasn't Lonely Planet. It was actually gay.com.
Okay.
And they actually had a dating section back then in 2001. And I saw his profile there, and it was one of the very few profiles that I was actually interested in.
Are you saying that I was very good looking, but not the case?
Not just good looking. I could see in your pictures that you had a soft side to you also.
Thank you.
And a caring side, or at least I thought you did, and I found out later that you did.
Te amo.
Te amo.
Yeah. Thank you, Good Vibes, who donate Hong Kong dollar 78. That's a lot.
Yes, thank you very much, Good Vibes, for the donation. We will continue to try to improve our video setup and audio setup. I've got a full-time job in addition to this.
So we were then we became classmates, which was a surprise.
That's true, and this is the shocking thing. We did not know each other when we signed up for classes for the next semester. We had not met, and we had not even met online at the time, but we signed up for classes for the fall semester, and it turned out that we signed up for the same classes. We had the same major and the same classes at the same times. So we did everything together for that semester, and we just grew closer together during that time. So it's almost like it was destined to be.
Yeah, God's arrangement.
Yeah, and I'm not really a superstitious person, but that is a big coincidence that we signed up for the same classes before we even met each other and had the same major.
All right, we are going to share more of our story in the future if you are interested. Okay, so let's just play the song twice the second time while leaving your comments. Okay.
Okay, do you want me to go back to 0?
No, just this one.
Start from here?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to play the song one more time
It's Jay.
before we wrap up.
It's Jason's version.
Right, this is Jason.
For the lousy play. Okay.
This is my partner Jason playing the guitar as an accompaniment for the song Fragile.
Wow, Jason, she donates $170.
Thank you, Jasmine. Thank you very much. We appreciate your donation.
Ching Wang say, I'm female. I had a lot of gay friends when I did my student in
Studies.
Studies in Sydney. Yeah, they are very talented. Thank you. Thank you, Jasmine.
Thank you, Jasmine. I appreciate it. And thank you, Ching Wang, for your comment. Okay, so we're going to play through one more time and then wrap up for the evening. And again, we'd like to say thank you for all our subscribers and our viewers. I've been overwhelmed by the number of people who have subscribed and watched.
We are going to reach 10,000 viewers for this live stream.
Wow, that is amazing.
Monumental, yeah.
I'm not someone who is good behind the camera, so this is very meaningful to me. Thank you for watching. Okay, we're going to play the video one more time. And if you have any comments, please leave them.
Yeah, we're just glad to stay spending time with you guys. You know.
Thank you for watching.
He said even
Evans Luong said that one major thing missed in the explanation is that the foreign ministry spokesperson always accuses foreign governments of hurting the feelings of the Chinese people. Thank you, Evans, for pointing that out. And thank you for your comments. We will continue to update in our next videos. So thank you for watching. Okay, we're going to play through again. This is my partner Jason playing guitar accompaniment on the song Fragile.
说的话你从来都不想听，却又滔滔不绝出征反击。不明白到底入了你脑里，总觉得世界与你为敌。
你说我
属于你，
别逃避，
快回家，
一点都不能想多让你
不讲道理，
你让我
去说明。
不管任何的关系，还要呵护着你易碎玻璃。对不起，伤害了你，伤了你的感情。我体内有个生命，是玻璃心碎一地。对不起，是我太任性，这么总让人相信。我是不该我只把你装着扮演诉讼你，有了你的记忆。你拥有粉红色纯洁的心，让小狗小猫蝙蝠骨子里。我灵魂别再攀岩和墙壁，爷爷知道了又要怀念你。你说你
很努力，
不关键，很努力，花菜姿态的懂你，为了你，
作品
每天都就在原地，手和擦笔格另一千种可惜。最不是伤害了你，伤了你的感情。我体内有个声音，是玻璃心碎一地。其实我太任性，更好总让人伤心。或许不该跟着把你唱着白杨诉说你，又让你散尽
说的
心。
话带笑脸走进去，我得要认真的评估，要强人才能成功。我的满脸，拜托你再多的练习，一下去做我。看到你不说话，像不说话孩子，简单的想要的东西是
伤害了你，伤了你的感情。我听见有个声音，是玻璃心碎一地。对不起，是我太任性，装话总让人伤心。或许不该看着白云，唱着白杨诉说你，又让你在期待。
I think I go to accompany with the song. Okay.
Okay, you're going
You
to...
can, yeah, you can reply.
Okay, so... Let's see. I saw several comments fly by. Flying Zorro said, a friend of mine who's attending university said that one of her lecturers is scared stiff of commenting on Taiwan and Hong Kong issues, lest the fragile pinkies jump up and froth and foam at the mouth to protest. Yeah, that's something I teach children, so I don't really have to worry about that. The subject doesn't come up much when teaching children, but online I definitely don't pull my punches when I'm talking about China, and I wouldn't work in a job where I had to. I just feel that strongly about it. I know, some people have to, I guess, especially, if you're in Hong Kong, you could lose not only your profession, but you could lose your freedom if you speak out. All right. Let's see. Cyril Chung said too loud. I'm sorry about that. We'll try to fix that in the next video. Walter White said, I did outstation to China, Wuhan, just before COVID. Well, Walter, I heard that there was some kind of meeting for armed forces in Wuhan prior to COVID-19, and the Chinese government tried to say that that actually the COVID-19 spread from a government lab, military lab in the United States, which nobody, as far as I know, believes, and there is no evidence to back that up. But that's interesting. You were in Wuhan before COVID. Coco said, we will lose our freedom to create this song in Hong Kong now because of national security law. Yes, you could lose your freedom because of the national security law. Personally, I'm getting to the age to where I would not live in a place, but I understand Hong Kong is your home. But I've told Jason that if China takes over Taiwan, that I would move back to America, and we've had many arguments, little arguments about this before, but yeah, what realistically could I do at close to 50 years old? I mean, to physically fight against the Chinese army. There's not a whole lot. I could report from China. From Taiwan if China invaded. But then the lines of communication would probably soon after be cut. And the Taiwanese people aren't allowed to have weapons either, own guns. So nobody asked, excuse me, why can't we see how many subscribers on this channel? Because of some YouTube policies. I'm not sure about that, to be honest. I have to ask Jason about that.
We are going to show you after this, after the live stream.
Okay. Okay, Jason is going to play live to accompany the song.
I think since this a good timing to celebrate, our channel.
All right. Do you want my chair or?
Hello.
So that's Jason behind me.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, and Jason's the one with musical talent. I have none, so he's going to play the guitar as accompaniment.
Okay, I can sit here. Okay. All right. I'm not sure if I tune in the right tune. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Any questions?
Da L says, "Feel so good." Thank you, Da L, for your comment. There was some comments before. Somebody said that the National Institutes of Health funded Wuhan, and that's not all the truth. The National Institutes of Health donated some money to an organization that gave some of that money to the Wuhan Bio Lab, Level 4 lab, and some of that money was possibly used, a portion of the money was possibly used for gain-of-function research. And so that has recently come out as fact. But the idea that the National Institutes of Health is responsible for the COVID-19 outbreak is false, and that's demonstrably false. You can look up the information. Okay, Jason's going to play.
Love. Thank you for your support. All right, hopefully I can make it this time.
Okay, I don't want to cover your head.
It's okay.
说的话你从来都不想听，却又滔滔不绝出征反击。不明白到底入了你哪里，总觉得世界与你为敌。
你说我
属于你，
别逃避，
快回家，
一点都不能想都让你赢。
不讲道理，
你让我
去说明，
不可分割的关系，还要呵护着你易碎玻璃。对不起，伤害了你，伤了你的感情。我体内有个声音，是玻璃心碎一地。对不起，是我太任性，那种话总让人伤心。或许不该开始把你穿着扮演 ，so sorry， 又让你生气。你拥有粉红色纯洁的心，热爱小狗、小猫、蝙蝠、骨子里。要听话，别再攀岩爬墙壁。爷爷知道了，又要怀念你。你说你
很努力，
不很倔，
走的是你，
别人花采自它的蜂蜜，
梦重复
有了你，
要作弊，
每天都就在远离，数个这比月龄以前真开心。对不起，伤害了你，伤了你的感情。我体内有个声音，是玻璃心碎一地。对不起，是我太任性，那人话总让人伤心。或许不该看着把你穿着白，I'm so sorry， 又让你生气。
说的话还要自带效应，怕被送出去，又怕你挂在钓鱼，吃了苹果，你要切凤梨，在那边气呼呼就骂我的妈咪。拜托你别再偷我的东西，让我不下去，所以我不可以跟你说话，像对熊猫弹琴，真的惊呆了吓尿了，倒吸一口气。
伤害了你，伤了你的感情。我听见有个声音，是玻璃心碎一地。对不起，是我太任性，那种话总让人伤心。或许不该看着白，穿着白，I'm so sorry， 又让你生气气。
Love.
All right, somebody asked if we were a couple, and
Thank you.
yes, we are. We're married. Thank you for your comments. And someone made a funny comment. Fragile Song is just a story about talking about the pure relationship between pets. Little Pinky and their owner. Please don't misunderstand. That's funny. Okay. So, yeah, someone's... Wait. Whoop. The comments are jumping. I'm new to this, so bear with me. I'm trying to scroll back. Jimmy Butt said, don't mind blunt people, mind people who love to put on airs. Difficult to get along with and annoying, and I would agree with that. I'm from the countryside in Tennessee, descended from farmers, and we were always very blunt and very straightforward, forthright with each other. And that's what I'm used to. I don't like pretending to be something I'm not. And so I don't think I could survive in a place where I had to watch what I said or what I did in order to appease the government. Okay. Are there any other comments that you would like to mention, Jason?
We needed to represent to tell everyone that we are very thankful for your support. That our viewer just has gone up recently.
Yeah,
so are our subscribers. But we are willing to share more of our stories. Okay, and we are going to show more opinion toward the relationship between America, Taiwan, and China.
Yeah, I've wanted to talk more about our relationship on YouTube, but Jason has kind of held me back in the past.
But today is a good day to talk about it,
Yeah. Well, I mean, any day is a good day for me. I like being straightforward. I'm a straightforward kind of person. Okay, so do you have any comments?
Many thanks.
Yeah, many thanks to all our viewers out there and our subscribers. Like, my mind is really blown by the number of people.
Yeah, we got 14,000 views already, clicks.
Yeah, I'm basically a nobody, and we got so many views and so many subscribes that it's just hard to fathom.
All right, 3 more questions, okay?
Okay.
Serious Chang said, do you think young people, you can scroll down by yourself, right?
Cyril Chung said, do you think young people in Hong Kong should move to other countries when they have the opportunity? That is a difficult question. And, it's one that I think should be answered individually. I'm not going to fault people.
But don't worry, Taiwan will always welcome you.
Well, I'm going to say this.
Being a Taiwanese, of course, we always welcome Hong Konger to come to immigrate to Taiwan.
I'm not going to fault people who vote with their feet. And the reason is they could have their own reasons. Maybe they're old. Maybe they're too old to spend the rest of their lives in prison. Maybe they're, they have mental problems and they wouldn't withstand even a short stay in prison. Everybody has their own issues, and I'm not going to fault anybody for leaving a situation like Hong Kong. And I've talked about this before with Taiwan. Jason says don't worry, and I hope there's nothing to worry about.
But Taiwan is always the beacon of freedom.
I hope there's nothing to worry about, but I'm a very pragmatic person, and I view things in practical terms. I'm not a Taiwanese citizen, and I would have to become one, I would have to give up my U.S. citizenship. And I still consider the U.S. to be my home, my first home. I've got family there. And so giving up my U.S. citizenship is just not something I'm willing to do. So I would be limited in the amount of change that I could make in Taiwan. If there's not a free outlet for communication in Taiwan, if Taiwan were completely overrun by communist forces and there was not a free outlet of communication, then it would kind of be like spitting in the wind. If I had no weapons to fight with, I'm too old, and I had no way of communicating the current state of affairs within Taiwan to the outside world, then yes, I would definitely consider leaving leaving Taiwan. Okay, you mentioned there were some other questions.
Why should you give up your U.S. citizenship? You shouldn't.
Well, I agree, but in order to gain Taiwanese citizenship, in most cases you do have to give up your home citizenship in order to gain Taiwanese citizenship. And I've talked to other foreigners who've done this before, but I'm not ready to give up my home citizenship.
One thing for sure is that if there's a war between Taiwan and China, American government will, pull up with it.
Oh, I do tend to believe that the U.S. government would step in if there was an attack on Taiwan. The reason being that Taiwan is the source of so many the semiconductors worldwide. It would set back the world of semiconductors 10 years or more around the world if China invaded Taiwan and kept the intellectual property for themselves. Also, there's the issue of, America does have treaties that require them to defend South Korea and Japan. And if China were to move into Taiwan, then it would be a severe threat directly to Japan. And the U.S. does have a treaty obligation to defend Japan. So it would be a little too close for comfort to have China in Taiwan, the Chinese government in Taiwan. Okay, any other questions?
All right. Thank you so much for your support and encouragement, and your how to say that. There's just so many things that we can express right now, but we are very thankful.
Yeah, we would really like to thank all of our viewers out there and subscribers, and we hope that you will continue to watch our videos.
Yeah, please tune in. Okay, whenever we start doing the live stream.
Yeah, we would love to see your comments also. Your comments really,
on the weekends.
Your comments really help me understand the meaning of the video Fragile. So yeah, we usually do comments on the weekends. I've got a full-time job during the week, so look for us then on the weekends. And we're going to wrap up now, so thank you very much. Anita Chan said thank you guys for sharing your analysis. Anita and all others, we'd like to thank you for your support. And we will see you next time. Have a good weekend.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.